All right, Matt, Bellator 233 coming at us this weekend from Thackerville, Oklahoma, the beautiful WinStar World Resort and Casino. And listen, our first fight on our main card, slobber knocker a banger of a heavyweight contest between Tyrell Fortune and Azunna Anyanwu. And listen, Matt, you might recognize Mr. Zulu from the Contender Series. He had a win over, you know, one of those local New England type of prospects and heavyweights and coaches in Greg Rebello. And he got a knockout there, kind of parlayed that into his first UFC contest against Justin Ledet. And one of the more boring fights you're ever going to see. Awful. He lost a split decision there, and then that was it for him in the UFC. He's fought for CFFC since, got a win there. He's taking on one of the bigger prospects in the heavyweight division of just MMA in Tyrell Fortune. Matt, what can you tell us about Tyrell Fortune?
I feel like Tyrell Fortune does everything well. When it comes to grappling, is he good at that? Very. Wrestling, is he good at that? Extremely.
One of the best.
Striking, is he good at that? Oh yeah, he's really good at that too. He just really doesn't have any holes in his game. He's one of these guys, if he kind of waited to develop his skill set and then get into MMA, he didn't really learn on the job. And that's something that a lot of fighters just don't do enough. I mean, Gary Tonin, we've had him on the show. He waited, developed all of his skills, and then got into MMA. And Tyrell Fortune's really shown that he's phenomenal in all aspects, and he's finally starting to get sort of tougher matchups to get him to the top of that division, and this is one of those fights.
And listen, in his last fight, it was this year, it was against Rudy Shafroth, the guy who a lot of people were thinking, listen, he's really stepped up his game. I mean, to me, his first big fight in Bellator was a fight against Vernon Lewis, and it was a great finish win for Shafroth. Listen, they were both undefeated. They were both 6-0. We were really looking forward to that fight, and it was Tyrell Fortune able to get it done, get a finish in the second round. But he is taking on a tough test, a guy who's battle-tested, who's fought some decent names, a lot of good regional fighters from Azunna Anyanwu. And listen, we don't have odds on this fight, but realistically, this is the toughest fight of Tyrell Fortune's career. Who do you think is going to come out on top, and how do you see this one playing out?
I feel like it is a closer fight than we've kind of suggested over the last minute and 48 seconds, but Tyrell Fortune, to me, he's just so well-rounded. I feel like no matter where the fight ends up, he's going to be able to find a way to win. So I'll say Tyrell Fortune, but it might not be by stoppage. I expect this to be a decision, and he is going to kind of learn a little bit through this fight.
And you've got a world-class wrestler in Fortune. You've also got a really good striker from Anyanwu, and that's going to pose him some really tough tests. And if Fortune's able to get a win, it's just going to be another building block on the way to the top. But man, listen, I said from the outset, this is one of the best heavyweights in MMA, one of the best prospects that we've seen. Better, a higher ceiling as a prospect than a guy like a Greg Hardy, than some of the fighters we've seen lately.
If Tyrell Fortune wins this fight, I want him to fight Roy Nelson. Finally give him a guy who's a veteran, who's definitely on the downslide, but when he beats him, because he would win that fight, it would give him so much more notoriety.
The other thing, if Azunna Anyanwu was able to get a win here, that springboards him into a great position as well with Bellator. Matt, we're really looking forward to this card. Bellator 233, our 2-minute predictions here on YouTube. Let's get into it.